Good morning, my little geese. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 18, if I can count correctly, 18 of the 30-day challenge. And we are playing with Forestcore Crossings rules, which mean no online services at all. And we have 30 days to recreate Felmenora, my forever island, with my new skills. So, yesterday I was wondering if I was allowed to amiibo a villager or not. And when I was like looking back at Forestcore Crossing's old video, I mean old, not that old, but old still, videos, I discovered that there is a... So, she didn't mention anything about amiibo, but we have to have 10 villagers and we have only 9. So we gotta go and you know, invite a last villager. But I don't have enough Nook Miles to be able to invite a new one. So I think today we are gonna go and collect those Nook Miles. No. Oh my gosh, that was unfortunate. No! Oh my god, what is this like? No! No, please, no! Oh my gosh, she is perfect. She's so cute. Look at her. I know she's too white to be on this island, but she blends it perfectly. Could be friends with Chev or whatever. She blends in. I will not tolerate any other answers. Okay, let's get a new outfit on. I'm looking not great at all. What are you saying? I'm looking weird, but I don't know. I'm vibing. This is summer and I'm vibing. Okay, let's check with Leaf. Yeah, you have nothing I would like to get. We have Wilbur. Hello, Wilbur. Good to see you here. Let's enjoy your coffee together. I love seeing NPC whenever they are just enjoying their coffees. Thank you. Let's drink it hot. Let's boil our mouth. Drink this beautiful coffee. I think we should also execute those dailies. Why not? Let's go and sell some fruits, catching some fish, and then we can even do a refreshing stretching session. I think that's a great idea. Okay, we just have enough to go on a mini hunt of 30 tickets. Shall we do that? Shall we just do this? Oh my gosh, I feel like this is such a bad idea. I was looking. I don't think there is anything interesting. Let me say hi to Deirdre. Yeah, I'm not your sugar daddy or mommy or whatever. I'm not buying you this. My problem, you see, is still I haven't figured out how to access the museum and how to make people walk across. And that's something I've been thinking and maybe I'm overthinking, you know, but that's an issue I really wanted to tackle over the past few days. And in the end, I haven't found any solutions yet, except a ladder kit, maybe. So either that, but I don't have a place to place it, or what was my other idea? Yeah, destroying a bit what I've created so I could place either a bridge or an incline. Yeah, let me catch some fishy and I'll be back with you to continue on my rant. Anyway, I was on my huge rant, so let me go and show you. First, I think I should also do the weatherscaping down below. But the other rant I wanted to go through is that either I have to, you know, remove all of those, place an incline over here, and it's also breaking a bit the ID. What I wanted to have is a bridge over here, but now I really, really like the waterscaping I've done, and it would mean like I have to, you know, uncliff a bit and do more water and something a bit more straight, and that is gonna destroy my creativity process. The thing is, like, I'm somebody very how you call this, very, like, I cannot do a build here, a build there, and then a build over there, and then spend my last day on the island on doing transition eras. Like, this is something I've never been able to do. So whenever I'm building, I always have to connect everything and have a logical element, and I need to be able to see what like how the progress and everything. I don't know. And if I place the museum over here without having like a logical plan in mind, then it will be awful. So while I was rambling and ranting and probably also fuming in my head, not fuming and like in I'm angry, but just like trying to use the last brain cell, I decided I might as well be useful and start working on a build. So I decided to start working on the sunken waterfall from the land bridge. So I don't know if you remember, and if not, I would encourage you to go and watch that build. I will link it in the right corner. But I was hesitant in between having a sunken forest or a sunken waterfall. I decided I was Hannah Montana and I could have the best of both worlds, so I had both. On the left part you have Eric's home, which if you haven't seen, I will also link that video, but you have Eric's home, which has also a little forest part. I fitted as many trees as I could on that small area. And on this side I'm building, I have a sunken waterfall. It's very minimalistic, nothing too fancy, nothing too big, but I could still like have some spots open for a bit of decoration, a bit of nature. So really I was very happy with how it turned out. And while I was doing this, I was also very much thinking and doing my best to be able to find a genius ID for this museum, and it finally clicked. So I will let you discover that ID when I am done with this little waterfall. Or I do some kind of like the resident service, so it's not really a viewing point, but you have some sunken museum. You sunken and you access it from the left, and here this area will disappear. And so as I found the ID, I decided to start working on a museum. I might as well do that. So I started filling that cliff, which was nothing related with the museum, but I felt like I could not leave that cliff open, you know, like White in the Wild. So I decided to fill in the cliff. I will skip a bit at one point because it's very repetitive, you know, it's just putting squares everywhere as usual, but at least I had some kind of a canvas for the museum afterwards. This will be visible from the museum, and I decided to place a museum down below near the sunken waterfall I just worked on, and then I will have a little diagonal bridge that will lead to the museum. And honestly, that made my life very complicated for the rest, but I thought this was absolutely an amazing idea, and I didn't want to spend too much time in like overthinking because it was pouring, and honestly my character was so cold in the rain. Am I going crazy? Yes. So I decided to just, you know, trace a diagonal path of water and then fill it with so many rows, and then it was a bunch of trials and error trying to place the bridge. So I skipped that part, but I didn't skip the fine tweaking in between each placement, but I really went like to try and place my bridge. I usually have an image whenever I'm doing a diagonal bridge. I think I will link it at one point in the community tab or in the description of a video or something, but that image for a diagonal bridge is actually just my lifesaver because I can never figure them out by myself. My brain is just like so dumb, so useless, honestly. So that image is very useful. And then yeah, I had to tweak also the rest because I did not clean enough space for that little build. But once the river was good enough and I could place my bridge, I was very happy because then I could also fine tweak the rest of the river. So this is an example where the river was too wide and the bridge was too long. Like, it was working, but the bridge was too long and I was not having it. So I really wanted to have a tiny diagonal bridge. I think like a huge diagonal bridge is a bit, I don't know, not very beautiful. So that was my goal. And then I also realized that I was too close to the museum, and so I could not have any space to decorate, so I had to go a bit step back. But finally we made it. I could finally place that bridge and it looked beautiful, so I could fine-tune the rest of the river by having like weird angles and variation and make it way more natural than what it looked like. And then I will also have to fine-tune a bit the waterfall, but the real fine-tuning will happen in another day, I think, because this build was long enough and I don't have much time for this. I have to get ready for something like a medical appointment afterwards, so I could not you know, decorate as long, like a full long day of decoration. So that was a bit it, but that's how it looked like from the bottom. This is where I'm just like trying to fine tune a bit the waterfall, and at first I wanted to start from this existing waterfall, but then once it was a bit fine tuned, I decided that I could refine it because I thought, oh, amazing idea, I could place a villager home over there. So I don't know, well, I'll be doing that, but honestly that was such a cool idea, so I decided to leave some room. And once that was done, I went ahead and placed my path like usual, a tiny little path. There is not a lot of room, so I did what I could to have a cute little path linking the museum and the bridge. And then for the decoration, there is not much going on this build. I have some trees that I will place at one point and some bushes as well, but nothing too fancy and too extra. I don't even have time to grow them, sadly, but you will see the final result in tomorrow probably. And then I also added, you know, just like a tiny library, because I felt like, oh, maybe you're going to the museum to get instructed, so you want to have a tiny library so you can have books that you can borrow, maybe about fossils or something. And then I decided also to use the ruined arch and pillars, broken or not broken, because those are so cute, and it's not the first time I use them around my museum, and I like it very much. I would reuse it a lot of time, and I think it makes the museum a bit more natural and abandoned, so yay! And that's basically it for this build, so I will let you enjoy the rest and I'll pop back at the end. Well, besties. I know it doesn't look like something, but I promise it will. I just have the trees to be grown, and then I want to add some waterfalls when it's done. But I do have to go on some medical appointments, so I have to end it here. Tomorrow you'll see the final result, and in the meantime I'm gonna work hard to have some purple flowers. I know I say this like this is my way of ending the builds and the videos, but I swear we're gonna be okay, and we're gonna finish this island in 30 days. So tomorrow we're gonna do an extensive progress. I feel it. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to follow if you want to see the other videos on how this island is gonna turn out, and then I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.